Well, I think the most important thing about Deming is that he pointed out an obvious truth. Humankind invented management. And current management, what he called the prevailing style of management, I call command and control management. A lot of people in the public sector call it new public management. It doesn't work very well. And these are all the same thing. Um, I mean, one of the great diseases is running a business on the basis of the numbers. It was McKinsey, James McKinsey, who invented budget management. No one knows whether it was effective at that time. It's 100 or more years ago, but it became normal. And it's a really bad disease. If you want to run an organization to grow it and make profit, you shouldn't do it on the finances. That's not the route to success. Deming was his book Out of the Crisis was a scathing critique of what he called prevailing style of management. He also said, quite rightly, we need to understand and manage our organizations and systems. He's talked a lot about how you do that in manufacturing, and Jonah's work in the Toyota production system is an exemplar of how you do that. That's like figure one in action, if you know Out of the Crisis. But not for me a lot of help on what I do about service organizations. And I didn't also I looked at all of the systems literature and didn't get any help there either. And so I had to work it out. And that's what the Vanguard method is. It's a method for changing the way you think about your organization from a command and control design to a systems design. And thinking is the lever. It's really interesting when you work with leaders doing this because you can see their thinking change. They get to a schizophrenic position where they understand, here's a situation. I used to think this, now I think that. Which is the right way? And it's a really interesting dynamic that they go through. But also, once they've got it, they never give it up. You cannot go back
Yeah.
to doing the things you used to do because you've understood their flaws. And a very important ingredient in the Vanguard method, intervention theory is kind of one of my loves, is that to make that change, you have to have them study things. Because if you just tell them, like, if you tell the average manager budget management's bad news, it'll make your system worse, they'll think you're nuts. But if you take them out to study, they'll find out how that's true. And
Yeah.
once you've seen that, you can't go back. It's in your armory. You've got to do something about it.
Yeah. Wonderful. So I really look forward to hearing more about that on the 3rd of June, John, and this sort of red pill, blue pill that you describe. And once we've seen this stuff, we can never unsee it, and there is no going back. So really, really looking forward to seeing you, and really hoping that it will have that profound impact on the
Yeah.
people that choose to come along.